What's up, crew? Got a topic today that, like, after all these videos we've done, I'm a little shocked we haven't discussed it, and is the idea of just recording yourself. You gotta record yourself doing stuff and watch it. Be prepared, because it is a humbling experience, but every time I see myself on video doing some martial arts, I always get motivated to do better. And I've got the problem where I have a hard time seeing the good and pat on the back, and I think that's important. Like when you do watch yourself, go, yeah, you know, that was a high kick, that was cool, and see the good things. But to me, the bad stuff stands out like a sore thumb, and I think that's just kind of my programming, maybe. and you know, you might have that experience. You record yourself doing a form or doing some kicks or whatever, and go, oh man. But rather than discouraging, hopefully what happens is that it becomes extremely motivating. I want to warn you about a couple things you'll notice when you record yourself, all right? So first of all, if you record yourself doing a form, you are going to find that you are way slower than you thought. You feel like you are moving fast, and you aren't really moving fast. Your stances will not be nearly as deep as you thought. You thought you were low in your stance, but you're not. And the reason this is so powerful to see is because often in class, when the teachers are giving directions like, explode and sink down and yell louder or whatever, you kind of feel like you're doing it and like the teacher must be talking to somebody else. When a lot of times it's us, right? It's like, hey, that's for me. And so what feels like sinking low might not be, and what feels like moving quickly out of your position might not be. And the way for you to really get motivated to access that improvement, I think, is really just to put your own two eyeballs on it. I mean, that will teach you so much more sometimes than whatever kind of prodding like we can give you about your techniques. So let's have record a form. That would be my number one recording idea. Take a form you're good at and record an actual performance of it, right? Like just rip through it. Do it as hard as you can. Strike and freeze. Record it. I would record it from a couple of different angles, maybe. Having a person record it can be good, because then they can kind of maintain the same distance the whole time. But I think you can set up pretty well on your own. And what I'm doing for these videos is just setting up to record, flip the camera, it points at you, push the record button. Almost everybody has the capability of doing this now in under a couple of minutes. You could see that. Other things that you should and could record. I would record line drills with advanced kicks you're working on. I would record if you have something to hit. I think it can teach you a lot to watch what you look like when you're hitting stuff. Hit a bag. Have someone hold a shield for you and hit it as hard as you can. And you'll notice things about your distancing, your timing, different parts of techniques that need to activate in order to generate power that maybe you're not taking full advantage of like you thought you were. It is just a great self-teaching tool. Recording yourself sparring is just like a treasure trove of information. You'll see yourself telegraph. You'll realize again that the speed is a little different than what you felt like it was. And as long as you don't get crushed by the discouragement of seeing something that might not be what you thought it was, to me it just motivates you, because it's kind of like your internal thermostat said, yes, I am this fast. And when you saw the evidence that it wasn't that fast, it's like you have some dissonance, and you need to correct that. Like, wait a minute, I believe I'm this fast, and so I'm going to make sure that reality kind of matches that, and do a little speed training or whatever you need to do. So definitely record yourself. Do it often. I mean, like, why would you not, right? Like, I don't know how much time it adds at the beginning. It just adds 10 seconds or something to set it up on a good surface, and then at the end you watch it, and that's well worth the time. So man, just make that a regular part of what you do when you are training, that you record yourself. All right? Okay. We will talk to you guys later. Good work.